And as always, a story in a car park. Again, Norfolk Cobus. That one's got a bit of a 17 on it, and up, one big setup. Certainly not me leaving the body of a 17-year-old sex trafficked girl on the Royal Sandringham estate. Killenfields, like Prince Philip's favourite hunting area. Rich boys loft party, human hunting party, their high royal blue crime. New Year's Day fine, September blue murder, certainly not mine. See Prince Harry the Spare for details. Now it's a lovely day, always good to get out, disconnect, to reconnect to the real world. Have real conversations with real people that cannot be banned, blocked, deleted, censored by the goons on big tech social media. And ban and blocking the truth and everyone's freedom of speech. It's not social media, that's social censorship. Alright, we're going all a bit blurry, don't know why that is. Bit of interference. And again, 5 Facebook accounts burned down in the last 14 days, my 3 main Facebook accounts. One was a 4-year account, one was the other 2 were a couple of year plus accounts, full of the truth, the proof, the evidence and facts, freedom of speech and expression, freedom of choice, peaceful protest of innocence. But since the latest release of the Epstein files, some really excellent articles have come out and information, especially from people like Andrew Loney, who's a very big author, written much about the Epstein files and Prince Andrew. So when coupled with my story, I was getting some very big views on Facebook. The corrupt powers to be do not want you to know, do not want you to see. So my Facebook accounts were burned down for exposing the truth. High crimes, royal blue murder, certainly not mine. And Andrew Loney was saying in the Epstein files there was a murder of another young girl that does involve Prince Andrew Epstein, Frogmore Cottage. Another young girl who was murdered in a satanic ritual. Now being investigated by Surrey police that also involved Prince Andrew and some very unsavoury characters. That is Andrew Loney's. So they will make more than your social media accounts disappear for exposing the truth. And as for Mr. Elon Musk and X, who falsely claim that X is a big platform for freedom of speech and expression, I really don't think so. 4 X accounts burned down recently, 2 X accounts burned down in the last few days. Again, just for exposing the truth, the corrupt powers to be do not want you to know, do not want you to see. And there's a 22-year catch-22, complete abuse of power, position, authority and influence in public office in my story. But as always, no Roy White and White Van Man, Christian B, Sandringham serial killer here. Christian B has just been released from prison in Germany, involved in the Madeleine McCann case. It's been going on for over 20 years. Roy White, the White Van Man, he was beaten and stabbed up in prison also recently. Ian Huntley, the Sower murders, about 50 miles from here. 2 young girls who were murdered. He just had his head split open in prison, died from his injuries. And there's plenty of people who'd like to split my frame fixed head. And that is a good film, Split, where the lad has 24 split personalities, and the 24th personality is the Beast, and the Beast is taller. See Prince Harry the Spare for details. Plenty of hosts for the hungry, bloodthirsty beasts in high places. No hosts for the Beast here. Now it's a lovely day. I don't know if we'll get any rain later. You can Google the rains list or look up the rains list on YouTube. Now it's disclosed in the rains list how they wear claws to claw their victims, human hunting pies, human hunting, feasting, blood drinking, harvesting adrenochrome, castles, manor houses, UK's Devil Island, country estates. We are in Suffolk, Steve Wright. The Suffolk Strangler, 5 girls murdered in 10 days, not far from here. May have been involved in the Ringland murders in Norwich, also not too far from here. And Steve Wright has just been given another life sentence for the murder of Victoria Hall. 17-year-old girl who was murdered, found naked in a ditch, dating back to 1999. So a crime is a crime whenever it's committed, unless it's a high royal blue crime. New Year's Day fine, September blue murder, certainly not mine. See Prince Harry the Spare for details. The word that came off the Royal Sandringham estate, Killenfields, loud and clear. So certainly not me leaving the body of a 17-year-old sex trafficked girl on the Royal Sandringham estate, Killenfields. No red car, Michael Dunn, Michael Sands, Sutcliffe, Steve Wright, Wayne Cousins, Brady Huntley, Fred West. And you could have seen Marge Jezebel, Cruella de Vil, Lizzie the Lizard, now departed, Evergreen Toxic Crane Corporation, Saxe Goburn Goffer, Windsor SS. So they certainly do hunt more than birds of prey on the Royal Sandringham estate. Killenfields, how do I know? Little birdie told me so. Again, the late Prince Philip's favourite hunting area. See Prince Harry the Spare for details. So some frames and fixes really do go Steve Wright to the top. Can see King Charles, Count Dracula, the Red Dragon, Camilla the Omen Nanny for details. So Prince of Darkness, E.T. Hybrid Host, Red Dragons, their high royal blue crime, New Year's Day fine, September blue murder, certainly not mine. People said there'd been others, and they will hunt and feast again. Yesterday, did see few Suzuki Jeeps. Did get some Suzuki Jeeps in the videos. There was mention of a Suzuki Jeep, trials bike, pickup trucks, Royal Sandringham estate, Killenfields, human hunting pies, Prince of Darkness, E.T. Hybrid Host, Red Dragons, SS Sandringham Wolf Pack, Wolverton Wood Farm Cottage, Hunting Lodge. And if you look up the videos, Spare Murder, Johnny Botwright, I did put a Suzuki Jeep in the video. So all coming out in the Epstein files. Hence why they do keep burning down my social media accounts for exposing the truth, the corrupt powers to be. Do not want you to know, do not want you to see, and certainly no Dis Lawnmower Man here. Well, we're going all blurry again. Don't know why that is, bit of AI I suspect. So sometimes vision is blurry and sometimes we can see clearly. So plenty of high crimes, Jack the Ripper crimes. Certainly not mine. Castles, manor houses, UK's Devil Island, country estates. So that is 22 Facebook accounts burned down now in a 22-year catch 22, complete abuse of power, position, authority and influence in public office. Again, 5 Facebook accounts burned down in the last 14 days for exposing the truth. 7 YouTube channels also burned down that had no strikes, again for exposing the truth. TikTok is still the biggest classic. 66.8 million views on TikTok. 27 TikTok accounts burned down for exposing the truth. High Royal Blue Crime, New Year's Day fine. September Blue Murder, certainly not mine. And exposing a precision-engineered black box serial killer frame fix assassination. Sealed with 7 monster lies, 7 bogus diagnoses, not even Harry Houdini could escape from. More bogus diagnosis than on Jack the Ripper. Apparently they've now identified using new DNA technology. But no Norfolk Jack the Kipper, Sandringham serial killer, black wizard terrorist is shooter. And you often get crows and ravens in the film The Omen, Prince of Darkness, E.T. Hybrid Host, Red Dragons. So 2 parallel stories in this. One is true, one is a monster lie. And 7 monster lies, 7 bogus diagnoses forged in hell. They want everyone to believe are true, but never the case 39 on all accounts. And they do hunt more than birds of prey on the Royal Sandringham Estate killing fields. Late Prince Philip's favourite hunting area. How do I know? Little birdie told me so. And I did hear a good story recently in Africa, Malawi, where there was a Christian minister and his team ministering to 80,000 Muslims. And there was a crow in the tree nearby, crowing away. And there's plenty of old crows in this, lion shape-shifting spirits, crowing away all their mad monster lies, bogus diagnoses and death threats. And the Spirit of the Lord told them to pray against witchcraft, which they did, and then the crow morphed into a witch doctor who fell naked out of the tree and ran away in front of 80,000 people, 80,000 Muslims. Over 50,000 Muslims gave their lives to the Lord Jesus Christ Joshua. So 2 parallel stories in this. One is true, one is a big monster lie. Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham. We have just had Easter. 2 parallel stories. Christianity, Islam, 2 big opposing forces, totally opposite. Again, 2 parallel stories. One is true, one is a big monster lie. So the truth versus a big monster lie in Dis, Norfolk, UK. And again, I have the truth. Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham. Guess who has the big monster lie? All of this they want everyone to believe is true. Bit of deja vu there. So innocent men do have to run, fly, go, disappear, follow your golden compass, for we do get boxed up, locked up, or done in, disappeared one way or another. Getting all to cover up high crimes, royal blue murder, certainly not mine. Again, see Prince Harry the Spare for details. And that is the word that came off the Royal Sandringham Estate, killing fields, loud and clear. So a crime is a crime whenever it's committed, unless that's a high royal blue crime, New Year's Day fine, September blue murder, and certainly not mine. Anyhow, God bless, take care, have a good day.